come once again to discuss things.
Alrighty. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Geeky Gentleman Fan Film Reviews in this Geeky Gentleman holiday month. I am Santa Part 2. Joining me today is...
The real Krampus.
Yay!
Yay!
Today we're here to do a, not quite a fan film, a fan animation, and not quite an animation. I don't know what like the technical term is for this.
It's animatic.
Yeah, animatic. That's pretty much exactly what it is. So yes, this is a fan-made animatic called Christmas with Eggman. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog animatic. I picked this 2 weeks ago before movie poster Sonic the Hedgehog was all over my Twitter feed.
Yeah, it's apparently very popular with the fans. They're loving what they're seeing. It's pretty exciting. It's all I hear is like, "Whoa, that poster looks so amazing!"
Oh yeah, everyone's so pleased.
Yeah, we can't wait to be there at day one.
Yeah.
So I have no feelings whatsoever. I have no skin in the game when it comes to Sonic. So I still have noticed people aren't pleased with it.
I mean, it's just trying to do what is a very cartoony character in live action is probably a bad idea. But let's focus on the fan film, shall we?
Yes, let's.
So this comes out of a channel, I think I'm going to pronounce this right, Belena Productions, that is, like, really known for Sonic content. And, like, this is one of those things where we've never talked about this channel before, but I have encountered this channel in the past before we even did this show.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the most popular video on this channel is about a 25-minute fan-animated film called Sonic and Jaws. And the premise of that is it's Jaws, but with Sonic.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this, it's just known as kind of like a weird little fan channel. Not like weird in a bad way. Just like very specific kinds of things. I was going through his channel because I just rediscovered it recently, and there's a lot of content on here that's Sonic. Like he has canceled projects. He was gonna do a Sonic in Jurassic Park at one point. Just a lot of stuff, and this Christmas with Eggman, as I'm sure you no doubt realized watching through it, it's part of a Christmas with Sonic series.
Yeah.
Where every episode comes out once a year, and it is a Christmas episode with the Sonic family characters.
I had that feeling. I only watched this one. I felt that they were either referring to maybe a special done by the legit studio, or that was the case, that he had created another one, which I think is pretty amazing. I really like that.
Yeah, it apparently is very long running. I just found a cool little like fall themed proper 3D animation he did. And it teased his upcoming Christmas special that's still to come this year, and so that made me interested, and I wanted to go back and check something out, and just Christmas with Eggman just seemed to jump out at me more than any of the other titles. So, I don't know, this is kind of like a weird choice to have made, since it's right in the middle of this series and everything, but I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how it stands in that regard. So I know you said you don't have much skin in the game with Sonic. How much do you really know about, like, Sonic? Because this is interesting in all the different things that it's pulling from to me.
I know that he's like this blue hedgehog that runs really fast. He fights Robotnik. Um, he's got that Tails guy, and a lot of people on the internet want to fuck them.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much. Yeah. The whole thing, it's kind of interesting because like you got Sonic and Tails and Knuckles there, and those are like the characters from the games. Amy's there, Vector the Crocodile, Charmy the Bee, SPO Shadow. Those are all there. Those are all the characters from the games. The thing that takes an interesting turn, and I'm like legitimately surprised that, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, the Sonic fan base is so crazy diverse. You got Sonia, Manic, and their mother there. And those are characters from an animated series from the 90s that got one season.
Uh-huh.
And so it's just like, it's surprising to me that like those stick around. Usually you got like a divide in the Sonic fan base between like fans of the games and fans of the Archie comics or whatever. But like the fact that the Sonic television show characters from Sonic Underground stuck around is kind of hilarious. And apparently it's kind of built into his story because he mentions his whole thing about daddy issues at the beginning of the fan film. And like that, I am assuming, is some kind of tip of the hat to part of the plot of Sonic Underground where they're trying to find their mother. So it's just, I don't know, it's just an interesting little thing that you know, to see those characters of all people pop up. So overall, what did you think of this? Since it's obviously trying to be more of like a comedy, did it get some laughs out of you, or did it was lost on you?
No, it was pretty funny. I don't really need to know much about Sonic. I just know a little bit vaguely about the characters and its world. But yeah, I mean, funny is funny, and I kind of rather enjoyed it. I'm kind of a big animation dork, so the fact that it's an animatic style, I thought was pretty cool. You know, it's like, hey, I'm watching, you know, the actual special. It's just, you know, it just needs to be, you know, prepped and, you know, finished. But this is it. So yeah, I enjoyed a lot of the humor. The voice acting's really good.
Yeah, I agree.
The jokes where they sent the character out to Yard to test, you know, what would happen. And they go, he'll walk it off. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny. All that shit with the parents and Robotnik's mom being kind of like
Marlon Brando.
And the lawyer who's so huge and you don't see his face. You know, it's odd. Like, that kind of reminded me of Mystery Science Theater 3000, where we first meet Dr. Forrester's mother, and she's terrible and she treats him like shit. And it's like, oh, okay, that's why he's kind of like an asshole. He's got these terrible parental figures, and you know, MST3K even did the second time she appeared was in the Thanksgiving special. It's like, oh, okay, it's kind of all right. I got this.
Yeah,
it's kind of in my
see
wheelhouse.
Where it comes from now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so that kind of reminded me of that.
Yeah, I get you. So like just to, and those are obviously very original characters just for the piece. And so that was kind of funny. The Silver gag where everyone keeps just hating on Silver and he's just getting the short end of everything is really funny to me, because Silver is just one of those characters who is introduced in one of the worst Sonic games ever made. And so he's just kind of, there's like, the Sonic fan base is always so annoying because there's like a section that will love a character no matter what. Like, you can give evidence that everything they've been in is trash and they're a bad character on top of it all, and there'll still be people out there who vehemently defend it. And so like all the bashing of Silver here I thought was pretty funny, And then the thing that really sealed it for me was the after credits scene where you've got the angry fan complaining about bashing Silver, and then they get like taken out. That was pretty hilarious to me. I got quite a kick out of that one.
That was really funny. I mean, I'm very well acquainted with jerk fan bases, so that was, that worked for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I know they have quite an obsessed fan base, so that, I mean, that wasn't lost on me at all. That kind of like played my sensibilities. I thought it was really funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad. Like, I enjoyed it, certainly. I got a good number of laughs out of this. I would stop short to say that I thought it was like really uproariously. Oh God, I can't say that word. It's late. Funny. There were some things that I just thought it was like, okay, we get the joke. Okay, we get the joke. And then there were things that like I felt were kind of like meant to be a good joke, and then we're just kind of like, oh, okay, they're there. Like Robotnik's cousins. I wanted more to happen with them because they were just weird and creepy. And they're just there and weird and creepy for like 2 seconds. And I was like, oh, okay. It's like a lot of like setup and not payoff in the right number of ways, I suppose. Like, oh, Vector the crocodile goes downstairs to find the tables and he falls over. That's the joke. So like there are like drop jokes or things that are just kind of all punchline, no setup, or all setup, no punchline. But I don't know, like this definitely feels, especially given the fact that it's an animatic, and I've seen this channel produce things of varying levels of quality, like the Sonic and Jaws I mentioned. It is 3D animated, but like the characters aren't necessarily animated much. They'll like be very stiff and just in a pose on screen, and then occasionally move. And then I've seen stuff like the Sonic Pumpkin Patch Fall special I watched that reintroduced me to the channel. Like that was fully 100% animated. It could be like a cutscene in a video game. So like you get varying levels of stuff like that, and to get this, I'm like, okay, I guess this feels kind of like unfinished. Sounds harsh, and it's definitely the wrong word, but it feels more more freewheeling, more like, okay, we want to make sure this gets out every year. We don't want to like make people wait for it, so we're not going to put as much energy into giving a polished off production as we otherwise would with a different kind of project. We just know people want it, and so we're going to give it to them every year, which I think is fine, but I see that coming through a little bit in the writing and not just the visual presentation, you know? So there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, I'm sure that his fan base, his subscribers really enjoyed it and got a kick out of it, and that's really all that matters. So,
yeah.
You know.
I think, well, fan animation can be so difficult and time-consuming, maybe even cost money and time for something that probably won't make you anything because you're doing a fan project of someone else's material. So done, I think doing things in this type of style, because I've seen some other fan animations done in this method, I think works, especially for like a fan, like an animation dork like me. It's like, okay, I've seen clips of shows I really like online where you can watch the animatics. So yeah, it just, I don't know, it feels like it's part of you're watching part of the process. And yeah, I mean, the opening credits are very nice. It reminds me of older like 70s 80s Christmas specials. It reminds me a lot of that type. I guess maybe if I had like a complaint about the animation style and stuff like that, like the closing credits are not in the same spirit as the opening credits.
Yeah, and I feel like that's really the time to shine and show some of the art style off more, and give just like, nice solid single frames or single pieces that you can overlay the credits to.
Yeah,
And do like more a more finished type of art style or something to it.
that would have been nice. I mean, it's only kind of a nitpick, really, to me, but I'm just kind of expecting an outro to be somewhat similar to the intro.
Yeah. And I don't know the turnover on this, right? Like, I don't know if he started writing this the next month after Christmas or for the next year, or if he started writing it a month before Christmas, I really don't know what the turnaround on this is.
Yeah, and I have no idea how long it takes to do like the animation on this, so I can't. It's like I said, any criticism I have on that kind of stuff is more like a nitpick, really.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. I don't know. It is cool to see that though. To see it's interesting from just a filmmaking side to see how much is communicated through the frame just by implication, as opposed to like actually seeing it unfold, actually seeing the character do it. It's kind of like that. It's almost like a comic book at that point, where your mind is bridging in a lot of the gaps between things for you.
Yeah, that's part of the job.
Yeah, so I don't know, just an interesting little window into things. Oh, why don't you take us somewhere, Ranos?
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I kind of hit a lot of the main topics I had on this one. I guess I am surprised of how clever. I was kind of partly surprised of how clever the humor was. Like said, it really does feel like it has its own sense of continuity. As we mentioned, like he does. I didn't know he did this like a kind of annual event, which I think it's really special. I like that kind of aspect to it, which makes me like it more now that I think about it.
Yeah, I think that, like I said earlier, I think the humor is hit and miss sometimes. When it hits, it legitimately gets me. Like, if you leave with the bracelets or try to take them off, they'll explode. Meanwhile, you got like Manic trying to gnaw his way through the thing. He's like, huh? And that's really funny. That just kind of works, and it's a good gag. So like moments like that really do get me, and moments that feel like kind of dropped or whatever, they don't like ruin the piece or anything. It's just like, oh man, okay. So yeah, I do like some of the writing there. I'm trying to think if any of the writing seemed a little too harsh or anything, and I don't know, I could maybe try to nitpick that, but I don't really have anything come to mind, so I think I'll just say it was good.
Yeah, nothing really grabbed me on that kind of aspect.
Damn. All right, what else can we talk about? How do you feel about the idea that Robotnik and Sonic have a Christmas truce?
That's fine. It also, like I said, there's a lot of stuff in here that kind of reminds me of like older cartoons and Christmas specials and Christmas episodes. And I don't know. I mean, that kind of happens like in a lot of those. Like, the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special has Christmas Skeletor, where he's decides to be nice for, I don't know, no reason.
Those are always the weirdest ones, where they gotta like go back to hating each other the next week or whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's one
and
thing
they straight up mention that.
Yeah, it's one thing when it's like a comedic kind of thing like here, but then when you do it seriously, it's like, wait, really? Like, this guy has done all these horrible things to you.
Yeah, he's trying to kill you all the time.
Yeah.
I am not nice.
Bah!
I must save the children.
Yeah. But like it's doing it that kind of tongue-in-cheek way where like Robotnik's family criticizes him for not being a good enough villain is pretty funny. And then just the idea like, we may be friends on Christmas, but the other 364 days of the year,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we don't do like a Easter truce, not like all day kind of thing, just like maybe a friendly breakfast or something. Um,
Yeah.
well, okay, that sounds reasonable. I was thinking, what about President's Day? What you got going on there?
Nah, fuck that. We're enemies.
Yeah, so like a fucking Sam Sheepdog and Ralph Wolf bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like on the holidays, they're best friends, but every other day of the year, they're trying to kill each other.
Yeah. When it's not Life Day, you're dead.
Yeah, there we go, Life Day. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, man. There's the Star Wars fan film we haven't seen, Manos.
What's that?
Someone trying to make Life Day work.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh. All right. What else can we talk about with this one? I don't know, like... So this will be a weird question since you're not a Sonic fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you got a sense of these characters' personalities, obviously exaggerated, but these characters' personalities from the games and shows they're from?
I think so. I mean, maybe a more fanish comedic take, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of had an idea of some of these characters. Perhaps, I don't know, maybe some of the supporting characters, because then you get, like, you know, the whole thing about, you know, fans kind of, you know, joking and dunking on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
honestly, I think Silver is, like, pretty just out of character on purpose for the gag, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really have much of a character to begin with. He's Discount Trunks. No, I mean, seriously, like, Sonic is such a ripoff of Dragon Ball Z, it's hilarious, but I don't care. And so, like, Silver is a character from the future who traveled back in time to stop his future from happening. Oh, how original.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. So like the Silver is obviously a character who's like very played up for the comedy here, but I don't know. Robotnik kind of worked for me here. He's not like the Saturday morning cartoon Robotnik by any stretch of the imagination, but he's got kind of like the bumbling oafness, and yet the just random sparks of, oh, okay, that's actually really clever.
Yeah.
Kind of moments. So I don't know, that kind of works for me. Sonic and Tails have a pretty good dynamic in character, where Sonic's kind of like carefree and Tails is smart but just at the wrong time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shadow's played up pretty hilariously too. I love that bit where they walk into the kitchen and it's been like refurnished. That was more just played up for the fan parody thing, but I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, and I also thought the story stuff was interesting. Like they had these, wristbands that had the bombs in them, and then they figured out that, like, oh, if we just magnetize them, we can get free. And I don't know, it had a couple twists and turns actually. I don't know, I kind of dug it.
Yeah, it's a really basic thing, but it does feel like a Saturday morning cartoon special kind of thing, doesn't it? So
it did a little bit, like, or one of the like animated Christmas specials they show at night, like like the Smurfs Christmas special.
Yeah, I get
tonight on NBC.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too.
Yeah.
Well, I unfortunately just don't have a lot else to say about this one. It works fairly well for what it is, and I thought it was pretty clever. So I want to just say congratulations to the team involved in this one.
Good work.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was gonna be. Whenever you watch Sonic fan content, you kind of just brace yourself for the cringe, and this was cute.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and go into ratings, Manos. What will you rate this?
Well, I really dug it, so I'm gonna go and give it 5 out of 5 exploding wristbands.
Nice. For me, I did enjoy it quite a bit, but I don't know, 5 out of 5 just seems too high because it's like, it's fine, it's fun, it's far from perfect for me, but not in like a bad way. It's just, yeah, it could be better. So I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 characters resurrected from one season television series. Sonic fan base will never let anything go.
How dare you steal my normal rating system?
Oh man. Alrighty. Well, Manos, what will we be talking about next time?
Well, we're going to head over to our jolly friends in England with the Doctor Who fan film series Christmas Minisode, The Ghosts of Past, Present, and Future.
Alrighty. Should be interesting. I think I was looking at the channel that you picked that from, and I'm pretty sure we've done one of their fan films before. So this should
I believe so. That sounds familiar. This sounds familiar.
Yeah, so we will see how that goes. Everyone, thanks very much for watching. Until next time, I'm the Christmas Philosopher.
And I'm the real Krampus.
And we are your geeky gentlemen. And we will be discussing things.
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas!